So my parents, perhaps yours too, often say video games rot your brain. So my research shows they can, but not in the way you think. I am such a heavy gamer. So over those many years growing up, one thing that really bothers me is there are always some other gamers that attack me verbally for no reason. As a child, I didn't have a name for it, but now as a researcher, I know we call it toxicity. So imagine you pull up this game called Dota 2. 5 teammates, 5 opponents, but more than likely, this is the in-game chat you will see. Trust me, this is the cleanest version I can find in my data set. So after reading those chats, your mood is ruined. But the story doesn't end here. What really matters is what happens next. So my research question is, after being exposed to toxicity either from teammates or opponents, will I become more toxic in my next match? So in other words, is toxicity contagious? So to answer this question, we first need to accurately measure toxicity. Explicit toxicity contains blatant curse words, as shown in the circle, while implicit toxicity is more subtle and sarcastic, as in the boxes. And for example, GG means good game, but easy means mocking the other team for an easy win. And that is why context is crucial, and that is why we designed a BERT machine learning model to accurately classify and capture both explicit and implicit toxicity. So after measuring more than 300,000 chats, messages, we then construct econometric models to reduce the effects of intervening variables and to capture the effects that are causal instead of mere correlations. So what do we find? Turns out that toxicity is highly contagious, and more importantly, it does not spread equally. So the toxicity coming from teammates is far more influential than coming from opponents. Actually, the effect is more than 10 times stronger. Also, even though gaming companies urge players to cool down or wait a bit before starting the next match, our results show that implicit toxicity spreads regardless. So with these findings, we now have a better understanding of how toxicity spreads across matches and among players. So the takeaway is not players are bad, it's that toxicity is social. So with these information, gaming companies can now develop smarter and more effective strategies and interventions. And if we want to foster a healthier online community in general, we need to focus less on stopping people or punishing people, but more on stopping the chain of contagion. Because once toxicity starts spreading, it is never just easy to stop it. Thank you.